Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you so much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. A lot of persons have been asking me why I'm hardly uploading videos and stuff like that. It's because I have a busy life. And not only that, social media for me, when it comes to vlogging and stuff like that, it's not as serious as how I used to take it. You know, when I see wherein someone can easily remove your channel for by mistake, or whether they deem content being inappropriate without fact checking and stuff like that, it makes me not take social media that serious, because you don't own or control the content that you put out, and because you don't, someone is in charge of it, someone is responsible for it, and they can just believe within their personal conscience that, or whether by prejudice, that your content isn't appropriate to them or according to them, and they just up and remove it. And you can appeal and you can say this and that, and they still will, you know, keep your channel banned away from their space. Once you don't control the space that you are posting in, you have very little options, and you have to work within a guideline that they describe, and they can easily come and say that you didn't, even when you did, and so it's your loss either way. So that's why I'm demotivated, honestly. And I have a project that I'm doing, which I'm trying to get my shop up. And so I'm seeking contribution. I've been up and about trying to do so many things, guys. So bear with me. I am doing my little business, and at the same time, I'm trying to establish a small shop for myself. And because of that, it's taking up a lot of my time. And so I have to focus elsewhere. With that being said, it doesn't mean that I deviate from social media or abandon social media. I'm still seeing the things that are taking place on it, that space. One in which is the female who was taken out in Clarendon by her husband, who said that, you know, it was reported that they had some sort of argument, and he slit her throat and decided to light the house on fire, and they had children, and it was neighbors who assisted to get the children out of the house. The fire persons were called, fire brigade were called, and the law enforcement were called also. He was taken into custody, and according to the report, they say that he tried to take his own life, and you know, he was at the hospital under police guard. But further details, it was revealed that the female, I think it's her stepfather, had questioned him, and he said that she was nagging him about him schooling the children, and he didn't like it and stuff. That was one aspect of it. Another aspect is that he said that they got into an argument, and it's she who tried to cut his throat, or tried to, you know, stab his neck. And so he, in retaliation, did that to her, and, you know, light the house on fire. Now, whatever the case may be, and let's say all things are equal, and you were attacked violently by your wife, and you decided to defend yourself, and upon defending yourself, she passed away. Why would you burn the house down? Why would you burn the house down? What could provoke you or possess you to burn the house down, knowing that children live at the house? Your children live at the house. What was the reason for doing something like that? Upon doing something like that, it leaves room for speculation that your argument is not necessarily true. Now, it may hold up in court, depending on the attorney that you have. And because the court system seems to love men, in Jamaica, the court system have a deep affection for men who take out women, have a deep affection for men who GRAPE women. Do not tell me, I've been in the situation, been to court. I know what it's like. You won't win. If you say is and it was, then the case is automatically thrown out. Everything has to be up to T verbatim. If you say is and it was, trust me, your case will be thrown out and the guilty will walk. That's how it is. Worse if the attorney and the judge are in bed together, or they know each other, or they're from the same alumni, or they're associates, business partner, whatever the case may be, you most likely will never see justice. Best believe that. So, with that being said, I don't think that many persons who are upset, and I know across the island a lot of persons are upset, men and women. I think that this person may stand a good chance. If that is his argument, and he has an attorney, he will have a good chance of getting a lesser sentence. You understand? Based on the justice system that is in Jamaica. And that's just the harsh reality. I always say women have to be careful because a lot of these men really do not love women. They do not like women, and they can't wait for an opportunity to take you out. They can't wait for an opportunity to do great damage. But a lot of you don't listen to me. You always walk around with the not all men banner, not all men flag, and all of that. And because of such, I really do not entertain the conversation. I do not keep the topic on. I do not have any form of topic about it unless someone consults me one-on-one. I really do not entertain the conversation. A lot of persons will just have to fall on their own sword. A lot of you women will just have to feel it until you come to your own senses. Perhaps when it's too late, when you have survived and there's great damage that is irreparable, then that's when you will come to the understanding that a lot of men really out there do not like you. They do not like you. And because they don't like you, they have no intention of treating you well. There are men who will go to the bottom of the earth or go to the depths of the earth to treat you so well just to score. And as soon as they score, they're gone. They will tell you wondrous things that you want to hear. We have heard this while being young girls growing up, that guys will tell you a lot of things just to get with you. I remember when I was in high school, there was a little saying that when you're climbing the tree, whenever you're climbing the tree of success, never let a boy look under your dress. He'll say it's lovely, he'll say it's fine, but 9 months later, he'll say it's not mine. And now many, many years later, we have in a society wherein someone ran with the saga of, women giving out jackets and stuff like that, saying it's not mine. But besides that, there were men who would just decide to abscond responsibility and decide not to take care of their children. And so it has become a national pastime. So with that being said, I'm only cautioning women that you just have to be careful. And I'm also cautioning women that sometimes there's just nothing that you can do. There's just nothing you can do. An evil person is an evil person. A person with evil intention, that's your intention to take you out. There's just nothing you can do. Because the world is so evil and people are so morally corrupt that there's absolutely nothing you can do to safeguard or to give out to say protect yourself. You're better off alone. And even if you're alone, there are persons who will stalk you, persons who will watch you, persons who will prey upon you, but you don't know. There are men who mind sex women. They'll see a woman and they'll be having sex with a woman in their mind and she doesn't even know it. You'll see a woman and he's undressing the woman with his eyes and she don't even know it. So it's very hard for a woman to survive in this world unless she's playing the part of a man and also playing the part of a woman. And even then, there are persons who will still attack you. So you can't win in this world. I am not saying that women are innocent, because you have some women who are very dangerous with their tongue. There are also women who are very violent. Being disrespectful gets you nowhere. Well, it can get you to your grave, an early grave. So you have to be careful of what you're saying to a man when you're in a relationship also. You can't be flippant at the mouth and just be saying anything simply because it comes to your mouth and you believe that you're a woman and he's a man and he should take it. Disrespect is something that causes war. There's a reason Russia and the United States are not going at it physically. They just have a Cold War and they sanction each other. Because not only is there a great loss, which many will face, both sides, will face, but because there's some sort of respect that is there between two. You understand? So respect prevents war, prevent death. So if you are planning to respect a man, do not go into a relationship with a man. Do not go in there and think that you can say whatever it is that you want to that man. And he must take it. He's a human being. He has feelings. Okay? So, that's another aspect of it that women need to take into consideration. And also, there are lots of men out there that are very violent. They like to attack men. They love to talk about they beat men. They do this. They will fight a man. They will go up in a man's face, pointing their fingers, rolling their neck, doing all of that thing. Not every man is about that life. You have to learn to respect yourself as a woman and maintain decorum and conduct yourself accordingly. You understand me? It's very important because not every man is going to take that and walk away. There are some men out there, if you attack them, they're going to attack back, or they're going to say that they defended themselves because you attacked them. Even though they're obviously, many of them, more robust than you, at the end of the day, if you attack him, he has a right to defend himself in court. And if that means that you are left with major scars and bruises, then so be it. You should have never attacked him. So you have to be careful of the life that you are living and the type of woman that you want to be. I see a lot of things floating around on social media where everybody wants to be Jezebel. Everybody wants to be a witch. Everybody wants to be a bitch. And it's okay. And it's great. But at the end of the day, you will be treated accordingly. That's the thing. I am actually deviating. I am going off on a tangent, and I'm also deviating from the case, because I'm not saying that's the life the young lady was living who lost her life. I know absolutely nothing about her. And if you notice, I spoke in defense of her situation also. So please do not misquote me, do not misinterpret or misconstrue my message, just to put that out there. Now back to what I am saying. A lot of you are on the internet and you're being low, vulgar, and you're saying a lot of things that can get you into deep waters. A lot of women are out there disrespecting men. As soon as you and a guy have a falling out, you go to social media and you start the disgracing thing. You have to be careful of what you are doing. A man is free to move on with his life if he no longer wants to be with you. Just the same as you are free to move on with your life if you no longer want to be with the man, whatever the case may be. He can pursue it and try to work it out. You can pursue it and try to work it out. But if the answer is no, you have to hope and pray for healing or seek some therapy, seek help. You understand me? Find someone who you can confide in, cry a little, and find a way to move on with your life. Going to social media all the time and speak on a man and bring, because it's women who are mainly the ones doing it. Going on social media all the time and speaking about a man, speaking ill of him, trying to bring him down, trying to tear him down when he has moved on with his life or have a new partner, whether you like that woman or not, it's just something that's just not going to work. It's just going to lead to more stress, more disgrace on your path. And at the end of the day, you won't find the next man going to respect you. He's going to be on his P's and Q's, because he's going to say, if you brought his business to social media that you have been with for so long, imagine what you will do to me. You are a damaged or scorned woman, and you haven't healed, and you don't know how to process being hurt or how to move on with your life. And so you're going to lash out and you're going to take your bedroom business, your personal business, some things that even aren't true, to social media in order to tear down a man. So you have to be careful of the things that you are saying. And there are people out there who believe in revenge. So not everybody you can go to social media with and believe that you can disgrace them or tear them down and they're just going to walk away. You have to be careful. Men also, if you do not respect women, leave women alone. Now is the perfect time to be gay, especially for a black man. Whether we support it in Jamaica, whether it's a part of our culture or not, there's so many persons out there. You can come out of the closet, because I know a lot of you are really in the closet and you really do not like women. You understand me? And you just want to see an angle wherein you can go after women and tear women down and also disgrace women, also attack women physically. So if you're really not interested in women, you can leave women alone. You understand me? A lot of women do not portray the behavior of someone that is desirable. A lot of them do not portray the behavior of someone that is, you know, worthy of affection or love based on their character. But you can also leave women alone. Not everybody you should take on and want to attack back and not doing all of these type of things. We know that you have feelings, but also you need to understand that you're an adult, and adults get into relationship. There's something called emotional intelligence. Know how to process being rejected. Know how to process when to move on. Women also, you need to understand emotional intelligence. Everybody will not want you all day, every day. The man that you're with is a possibility that he will get up one day and move on with his life. You are not Siamese twin. You're not conjoined at the hip. He is free to get up and move on with his life if he wants to. Unfortunately, even when you are married, it's not so easy. It's not so easy because a vow was taken and there are legalities behind it. However, if the person insists on moving on, you have to use emotional intelligence and find a way to seek help, advice, emotional help, process it, and move on. It's not so easy, but day by day, hour by hour, even minute by minute, it will work. Sometimes you have to take it slow, because that's how painful it is. You will feel good this moment, the next moment you won't. You have to find a way to move on. Men, it's the same thing. If you and the person cannot get along and you have exhausted all options from counseling to counseling, and the person insists that they do not want to be with you, stop thinking in your head that it is your penis size, because that's what a lot of men have been going by. Oh, he's not good in bed and that's why she has rejected me. Oh, I'm not this, I'm impotent, that's why she don't want me anymore. Or sometimes it has nothing to do with that. Sometimes it is your behavior. Sometimes it's the way you communicate. You want to always be right. You don't accept correct, when you're wrong, you don't go to an argument and just acquiesce, mean you agree with favorably. You believe that you should toe-to-toe connect all dots. You need to be there in the argument, have the last word, the last say, be brutal, just the same. And so, men, you have to learn how to process information and how to accept when it is over and how to move on. Or you don't have to accept that it is over. You can just deal with the fact that it's over. You understand? Means that I may not just accept this, you know, but it is a part of life. Just consider that it is one of the processes in life that you need to grow. It is one of those processes in life that you need to grow. Stop going around and killing women, taking out women, unaliving children, and all of these type of things. You have to lose emotional intelligence. Some people were never meant to be in relationship, and you can very well be one of them. Maybe relationship is simply not for you. How you were raised have a lot to do with it. A lot of you guys were raised in an environment where you weren't groomed properly. You weren't you weren't given discipline. You were probably abused, but you weren't given discipline and structure and to understand when no means no and yes means yes. It may be abrupt, it may be sudden, it may be cheeky, but it is the fact that the answer is no. And a lot of you were not raised to accept no for an answer. A lot of guys have come at me and they have spoken to me and they've been trying to get with me, and I always ask them, did your mother not tell you that everything in life you want you will not get? And they were like, no. They always tell me that I must go after everything that I want in life. And I said to them that welcome to the real world, where there are certain things in life that you want, you simply will never get. And you have to learn how to process that. If you're unable to process it, you being committed to your freedom might not work out for your advantage, because you're going to offend the wrong person. Persons are going to take it to a step further, and you may lose your freedom or possibly your life. You have to accept when no means no also. Boundaries and limitations, as I always speak on it. Guys, it's trying time. And in 2025, you as a woman, you cannot be in a situation wherein you realize that a person is overly aggressive, dark, dangerous, illiterate, and then you're still thinking that this is a person who understands love, who understands care. No, they do not. They do not understand love. They do not understand care. That is just the harsh reality. Because a person who understands love and a person who understands care are going to think twice, because they don't want you to be hurt. So they will think about what they're going to say to you. And if it's too harsh, they will apologize. They are also in the same situation with women. You have to learn how to be what? Respectful. You have to learn to be respectful. If you're going to go out there and you're going to speak to men like how you're speaking to a dog, or you're cussing people out like a dog, then eventually persons are going to flip. It happens. Yes, we are groomed, and you can be groomed to be well-spoken and to be calm and to be collective and to have emotional intelligence. But every grace has limit. Every grace has limit. So a lot of you women out there, maybe you should be by yourself. Relationship is, hey, I'm by myself. What's happening? What's happening? Nothing is happening. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm busy. I'm tired. I have a lot going on. You understand me? I'm seeking contribution. You know, I'm trying to set up my shop, so I'm seeking contribution. So you can email me. You understand? You can email me or send me a little message. You understand? And I'll greatly appreciate it. Small mercies. Okay. So I'm here. And I'm not fussing or fighting or trying to force anything to work out with anybody. I'm just going by and I'm giving thanks. I have my health with me, my freedom, and I'm doing what needs to be done so I can make my life comfortable the way how I want it. And for that, I'm grateful. I don't have to go into unnecessary back and forth and stuff like that. You understand me? Guys, you have to be careful. Now we're seeing something else that is taking place with Dyema and World Dawg, where they're falling out, where World Dawg had made a comment about Dyema X and Dyema went into it, and you know, she was disrespectful. She was saying all these things about World Dawg partner, Yannick, and I know of Yannick because we went to the same school and I'm much older than her. So I know of her and I know about her reputation. However, clearly it's a female that doesn't go on social media. Yes, she comes from a family of wealth. That we know. She comes from a family of wealth. For those who don't know, yes, she does. But at the end of the day, like many persons from the same alma mater, we do not go on social media. We do not spend our time on social media. We live our life quite private. We stay out of the spotlight. We don't do all these type of things that so many other persons are doing that are unnecessary just to gain traction. I remember when TikTok just came out and it was for young people, young teenagers who were just having fun doing challenges. I started out with my initial account before TikTok started swiping away my accounts. You understand me? I started doing challenges with my daughter and it was very nice. TikTok was so friendly at the time and it was like a small community where so many persons from different ethnic group and different spaces, different places across the world, you will get to see it. I got to see guys who were really sick to the point where they weren't getting better, and they were wheelchair bound, and they were talking about their story. They were upbeat, and they were really motivational people. You understand me? Just by their daily life and what they go through, it was such an encouraging video and channels to see on TikTok. Now TikTok has lost its savor. It has been devalued. It's going down. Where so many bad behaving type of people are on social media with this. You understand me? And I'm not saying that this person is right or that person is wrong. But when I look into the situation, I mean, Dyema, you're a full grown woman. And I spoke about Dyema with the entire situation of her and the young person. And she was saying all this type of crazy stuff. And I'm saying that you're a big woman. You're a big woman. You need to act it at your age. I mean, come on. They say age come with wisdom and maturity, but you're going backwards, not forward. And speaking of all that you have in life, you're not the only person who have it. There are persons who way better, and they don't have to come and speak on those type of things. You have to know how to conduct yourself. You're a full grown woman. You can't be lashing out on everybody because your ex have moved on with his life. Anybody who is associated with you seem to be cussing out other females, Mika, so many other women. Come on. You're full-grown adults. You're older than a lot of these people. You need to do better at better. You understand me? Yes, World Dog is wrong. And if World Dog had said anything about Dyema in an indirect way that is disrespectful, he is dead wrong. And if she retaliates and she responds disrespecting him or his baby mama who is unique, World Dog kind of deserve it because he put himself in that position because he doesn't like anybody speaking on his baby mother who is unique. So he should really not speak on any other woman, right? However, it doesn't mean that because he say, you must say, and I'm going to go lower and I'm going to dip up everybody and I'm going to come. You're not growing. You're not looking smarter. You're enticing stupid women like yourself, basically. You're enticing women who are stupid, low grade, low value women of no worth or substance. They just have a big loud mouth and nobody respects them in society. Those are the persons you are basically entertaining. Because in real life, persons who are of substance are just going to see it and laugh and go about their daily life and move on. What you're doing, you're also encouraging low-grade women to behave and act the same way. It's not cool. At your age, it's not cool. At some point, you have to grow up and move on and look at the bigger picture. You understand me? So clearly, you are doing something that is not right. And I know a lot of persons are going to come at me. I know a lot of persons are going to come at me and a lot of persons are going to say this and say who was first and who was last. We are talking about a woman who is a full-grown adult but does not see it, doesn't believe it. It's like, I'm not going to say it's Benjamin Button, it's somebody else that's going backward while they're going forward in life. Mentally, they're going backward. You understand? There's no intelligence that is there. Come on. You have to surprise the world positively at one time. And, you know, your life and you don't care and you don't this and you don't that. But people are not laughing with you, honey. People are laughing at you. People are laughing at you at this point. World Dog, if he continues or he does whatever he sees or says, flip on things, eventually his day will come. But you're much older than him. You have seen much sun, moon, and star. You should be more mature and act accordingly. But that's another subject for another day. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.